AITA for not accepting my boyfriend's apology after he ignored my needs for 2 years? I, 29F, have been with my boyfriend 32M for 2 years. I've asked him repeatedly to help with housework, to plan dates, to put effort into our relationship. He always said he'd try, but nothing changed. Last month, I stopped asking, stopped planning, stopped trying. Within 2 weeks, he suddenly became the perfect boyfriend, apologizing constantly, making romantic gestures, planning everything. But I realized he's not sorry he hurt me. He's just scared I'm leaving. Now he says I'm being unfair for not accepting his apology and giving him another chance. AITA? My boyfriend didn't apologize for 2 years of me begging him to help more, and then the moment I stopped texting first, stopped planning dates, stopped asking for anything, he suddenly became the perfect partner, sending flowers and planning elaborate dates and saying he's so sorry he took me for granted. But when I said this doesn't feel like remorse, it feels like panic, he said I'm not giving him credit for changing, and I said you're not changing. You're just scared I'm leaving. I'm 29 years old, and last month I realized my boyfriend doesn't feel sorry for hurting me. He's just scared of losing his comfortable situation. And everyone thinks I should be grateful he's finally trying. But I'm not. Because I know the difference between remorse and fear. I met Jake 2 years ago. He was charming, funny, attentive in the beginning like they always are. We moved in together after 6 months. Too fast maybe, but it felt right at the time. That's when things started changing. The first few months living together were fine. We split chores, took turns cooking, planned date nights, normal couple stuff. Then gradually he started doing less. I'd come home, and the apartment would be a mess even though he'd been home all day working remotely. I'd ask him to do dishes. He'd say, yeah, I'll get to it. They'd sit in the sink for 3 days. I'd ask him to vacuum. He'd say, sure, later. Later never came. I started doing everything. Cleaning, laundry, groceries, cooking, all of it. When I brought it up, he'd say, I'm sorry, I'll help more. Then nothing would change. Month 6 of living together, I tried a more direct approach. We need to split household responsibilities more evenly. I'm doing everything.
You're right. I'm sorry.
I'll step up. Week later, nothing changed. I brought it up again. You said you'd help more with chores.
I know.
I've been busy with work. I work too.
Full time.
Same as you.
I know.
I'll try harder. He didn't try harder. Month 9, I tried making a chore chart. Written schedule. Your day to do dishes. Your day to take out trash. Your day to clean bathroom. He agreed to it. Said it was a great idea. He ignored it completely. When I pointed out he'd missed his chores, he'd say, oh, I forgot. I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow came. Nothing happened. I'd ask again. He'd get defensive. Why are you nagging me? I said I'd do it. You said that 3 days ago. I've been busy. I'll get to it.
He never got to it.
I'd eventually do it myself because I couldn't live with the mess. By month 12, I'd stopped asking him to help with chores. Just did everything myself. It was easier than the constant disappointment. But then the date planning issue started. We hadn't been on a real date in months. I planned everything. Picked restaurants. Bought tickets to events. Organized activities. He just showed up. I said, I'd like you to plan a date sometime. Just once. Surprise me. Sure, babe. I can do that. Week passed. Nothing. Did you want to plan something for this weekend? Oh, I forgot. Next weekend? Next weekend came. Still nothing. Month 15, I stopped planning dates. Just to see what would happen. What happened was nothing. We did nothing. Sat home every weekend. Watched TV. Ordered takeout. I said, do you notice we never go anywhere anymore? We go out.
When?
When's the last time we went on a date? I don't know. Last month? It's been 4 months. And every single date before that I planned. Well, why didn't you plan something then? Because I wanted you to. For once. I wanted to feel like you cared enough to put in effort. I do care. I'm just not good at planning stuff. You don't have to be good at it. You just have to try. I will. Next weekend I'll plan something. Next weekend he didn't plan anything. When I reminded him, he said, oh, I forgot. Work was crazy. Month 18, I had the bigger conversation.
I'm not happy.
I feel like I'm the only one putting effort into this relationship. I do all the housework, all the planning, all the emotional labor. I feel like your maid and your social coordinator, not your girlfriend.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to make you feel that way.
So will you change?
Yes.
Absolutely. I'll do better. Nothing changed. I brought it up again 2 weeks later. You said you'd do better. Nothing has changed. I'm trying. What are you trying? Give me one concrete thing you've done differently.
I've been thinking about it.
Thinking isn't doing. You're being really harsh right now. I'm being honest. I've asked you for a year and a half to put more effort in. You keep promising. Nothing changes. I'm exhausted. I said I'm trying. That's not good enough for you? Trying would be actually doing something, not just saying you'll try.
Fine.
I'll do better starting tomorrow. He didn't do better. Tomorrow came and went like all the other tomorrows. Month 21, I tried one more time. Sat him down. Had a serious conversation. I need you to understand how serious this is. I love you, but I can't keep being the only person putting effort into this relationship. I need you to help with housework. I need you to plan dates. I need you to show me you care, through actions, not just words. I hear you. I really do. I'll change. I need to see it.
Not hear about it. See it.
You will. I promise. I held on to that promise for 2 weeks. Watching. Waiting. He loaded the dishwasher once. Acted like he deserved a medal. Did nothing else. No date planning. No other chores. Nothing. I realized he thought loading the dishwasher once was changing. That's when I gave up. Month 23, last month, I stopped trying completely. Stopped asking him to help. Stopped suggesting dates. Stopped initiating conversation. Stopped texting first. Stopped planning anything. I didn't tell him I was doing this. I just quietly pulled back. Went to work.
Came home.
Did my own thing. Polite but distant. First few days, he didn't notice. Then he started noticing. You've been quiet lately. Everything okay?
Fine.
You sure? You seem different. Just tired. Day 5, he texted me at work. Miss you.
Love you.
I didn't respond immediately like I usually did. Waited hours. Then just said thanks. Day 7, he asked why I wasn't texting him during the day anymore. Just busy. Too busy to text your boyfriend? Sometimes, yeah. Day 10, he came home with flowers. Random Tuesday. What are these for? Just wanted to do something nice for you. Thanks. I put them in a vase. Didn't make a big deal about it. He looked confused. Like he expected more reaction. Week 2 of my withdrawal was when he really started panicking. He did all the dishes without being asked. Cleaned the bathroom. Did laundry. Vacuumed. Told me about it like he was waiting for praise. I just said thanks and went back to my book. He planned a date. Made reservations at a nice restaurant. Told me to dress up. I went. Was polite. Made conversation. Didn't gush about how nice it was. He kept asking if I was having a good time. I said yes. But I didn't elaborate. On the drive home, he said you seem different. Like you're not really here. I'm here. But you're not present. You're distant. I'm just tired. You keep saying that. But it feels like more. Maybe it is more. What does that mean? It means I've been tired for a long time. And I'm just now admitting it. He went quiet the rest of the drive. Week 3, he was in full panic mode. Apologizing constantly. I'm sorry I haven't been a better partner. I'm sorry I took you for granted. I'm sorry I didn't listen when you asked for help. Cleaning the entire apartment without being asked. Doing all the chores for days in a row. Planning elaborate dates. Weekend getaway. Concert tickets. Fancy dinners. Being attentive. Texting me throughout the day. Asking about my feelings. Trying to have deep conversations. But it all felt hollow.
Performative.
Because he'd had 2 years to do these things.
2 years of me asking. Begging.
Explaining what I needed.
And he'd done nothing.
Now suddenly 2 weeks of me pulling away, and he was the perfect boyfriend. I told my best friend about it. She said that's great. He's finally stepping up. You should be happy. I'm not happy. I'm sad. Because I know why he's doing it. He's doing it because he loves you. Because he realized what he was losing. He's doing it because he's scared. Not because he's sorry. What's the difference? The difference is remorse is about acknowledging you hurt someone and wanting to make it right. Fear is about not wanting to lose something comfortable. He doesn't care that he hurt me for 2 years. He cares that I might leave. Week 4 I confronted him. Why are you suddenly doing all these things? Because I want to. Because I should have been doing them all along. You could have been doing them all along. I asked you to. For 2 years.
I know.
I was stupid. I took you for granted.
I'm sorry.
Are you sorry you hurt me? Or are you sorry I'm pulling away?
Both.
I don't think that's true. I think if I hadn't pulled away, you'd still be doing nothing. Still making promises and not keeping them. Still letting me do everything. That's not fair. I'm trying now. You're trying now because you're scared. Not because you understood the impact of your behavior. You had 2 years to try. 2 years of me asking. And you did nothing. I'm doing something now. Doesn't that count for anything? It counts for showing me that you're capable of change when you're motivated. But your motivation is fear of loss. Not remorse for harm. What's the difference? The difference is remorse happens because you care about the other person's pain. Fear happens because you care about your own loss. You're not apologizing because you understand you hurt me. You're apologizing because you're scared I'm leaving. I do understand I hurt you.
Do you?
Can you tell me what you understand about how your behavior affected me? He went quiet, thinking. Then, you felt like you were doing everything alone.
Yes.
What else? You felt unappreciated.
Yes.
What else? I don't know. What else do you want me to say? I want you to understand that I spent 2 years asking you to see me, to value me, to put effort in. And you ignored that until I started acting like I might leave. That's not remorse. That's damage control. He's been trying even harder since that conversation. More apologies. More gestures. More promises. But it all feels like panic. Like someone scrambling not to lose something they've had on autopilot for 2 years. Yesterday, he said, I think we should go to couples therapy. Okay. You'll go? If you want to go, I'll go. I want us to work through this. To get back to how we were. How we were was me doing everything and you doing nothing. I don't want to go back to that. We were happy. You were comfortable. I was exhausted. That's harsh. That's honest. I'm trying to fix things, and you're not giving me any credit. You're trying to fix things now. After 2 years of not trying. After me explicitly asking you repeatedly to try. You only started trying when I stopped asking. Because I didn't realize how serious it was. I told you how serious it was. Multiple times. You didn't care enough to listen then. You only care now because you're scared. So what? I'm supposed to just give up? Not try? You're punishing me for finally doing what you asked? I'm not punishing you. I'm recognizing that you're not doing this because you understood you were wrong. You're doing this because you're afraid of consequences. What's the difference? The difference is one is growth. One is manipulation. Guess which one you're doing? He asked his friends about it. They told him I'm being unfair. That he's changed. That I should give him credit for that.
His sister called me.
Said he's devastated. That he's really trying. That I'm being too hard on him. My own mother said he's making an effort. Isn't that what you wanted? I wanted effort 2 years ago. When I asked for it. Not now that I've emotionally checked out. Last night, he said I love you. I said I know. Don't you love me? I don't know anymore. He started crying. How can you say that? After everything we've been through? Everything we've been through? You mean 2 years of me asking for basic partnership and you ignoring me? Then 2 weeks of panic when you realized I might leave? That's what we've been through. I'm changing. You're performing. There's a difference. This isn't fair. You wanted me to change. I'm changing. Now you're saying it's not good enough. You're not changing. You're reacting. The second you feel secure again, you'll go right back to how you were.
How do you know that?
Because you had 2 years to change when I was asking. You only changed when I stopped asking. That tells me everything I need to know about your motivation. So nothing I do will be good enough? Nothing you do now feels genuine. It all feels like fear, like desperation, like someone trying to keep something they don't actually value. They just don't want to lose it. I do value you. You value what I provide. The clean apartment, the planned dates, the emotional support. You value the comfort.
Not me.
That's not true. Then why did it take me pulling away for you to notice I was unhappy? Why did 2 years of me explicitly telling you I was unhappy not prompt any change, but 2 weeks of silence prompted everything? He didn't have an answer. So, AITA for not accepting my boyfriend's apology after he ignored my needs for 2 years? According to him, yes. He's changing.
He's trying.
I'm not giving him credit. I'm being unfair. According to his friends, yes. He's finally doing what I asked. I should be happy about it. According to some of my own family, yes. People deserve second chances. He's making an effort. But according to me?
No.
Because I know the difference between remorse and fear. Remorse is I'm sorry I hurt you. Let me make it right. Fear is I'm sorry I'm losing you. Let me do whatever it takes to keep you. Remorse comes from understanding the pain you caused. Fear comes from understanding the consequences you're facing. He's not sorry he hurt me. He's sorry I'm leaving. He's not changing because he understands why his behavior was wrong. He's changing because he's scared of being alone. If I hadn't pulled away, he'd still be doing nothing. Still making promises. Still being comfortable. The change isn't growth. It's panic. And panic-based change doesn't last. The second he feels secure again, he'll revert. Because the motivation isn't internal. It's reactive. I asked him for 2 years to see me, to value me, to put in effort. He didn't care enough to do it. Now he's scared enough to perform it. That's not the same thing. And I'm tired of pretending it is. Because some people only apologize when they're losing you, not when they've hurt you. They can watch you suffer for years and feel nothing. But the moment you start to leave, they suddenly become everything you asked for. Not because they understand what they did wrong, but because they understand what they're about to lose. The change isn't real. It's self-preservation. They're not sorry they hurt you. They're sorry they got caught.
Sorry you stopped tolerating it.
Sorry they have to actually try now. And when you don't accept that panic-based performance as genuine growth, they call you unfair. They say you want to change and now you're rejecting it. But you're not rejecting change. You're rejecting manipulation. Because you know the difference between someone who loves you and someone who loves what you provide. And the difference shows up in timing. Real remorse happens when you realize you've hurt someone. Fear-based performance happens when you realize they're about to leave. He had 2 years. He chose comfort. Now he's choosing panic. Neither one is love.